Making amends to my business partner, Enyka Gaines, angel, best friend, agreements versus expectation. When you have a straight line leader like Enyka Gaines, expecting nothing but the best around you, it's an agreement of expectations that lead to support management expectations. Encouraging people to take a more mature position. Having an adult to an adult relationship based on agreements are made on adult-to-adult basis people that don't have to be managed anymore. We get to be managed and being more mature and being respected when both sides open and truly communicate. Accountability runs both ways, and sometimes uncomfortable subjects might have a freeze on the communication up to be more honest and open and complete. But making sure that effort is put forward to not feel disrespected in the exchange are the most powerful precondition to go to the performance and basis of people. Emotions. People have emotions and they upset each other. Better communication comes in time, but in the name of containing the sense of understanding that support, psychotherapy, building a billionaire mindset, these expectations and disappointments, a straight line leader has to own it and be more mature for the respect and treating of the next situation. You don't run around trying to anticipate another person's emotions and personalities. That's not the engaged setting of a straight line leader, but that does lead to disappointment while agreements made voluntarily, creatively sometimes looks like managing emotions and feelings. All communication is done with mutual respect. There's no giving into the temptation of being intimidating or bossy or knowing it all, which comes from having expectations, no courage to have that agreement. I believe everyone should have the expectation, setting the best expectation for yourself, but you can have disappointments. And that's why creating agreements is so much more effective. Agreements, people can be unconsciously tormented by expectations of their own. It keeps them from growing and owning who they could be. They wake up in the morning and say subconsciously, what do people expect and then think of me by others people's expectations or imagining what those results might be. What does this person expect? That person expect? What does God expect? And in a no-win situation, it simply cannot be accomplished. The only thing that can be accomplished is living your life not based on other people's expectations, but what you want is the best for you. What should you agree to do here instead of, oh no, I wonder what this person expected me to do. I wonder what God wants you to do, and being the best person and having a straight line result that removes all confusion and misunderstandings. I understand that having a passive income and expecting something more it's hard and it's something new, but it requires no courage or creativity when you have an expectation of success. It comes from a deep feeling that your little circle of inactivity can no longer be inactive when you create an agreement that both people request and promise and have those timelines that are measurable in keeping your word. The appropriate action is needed when you actually have growth. And I'm grateful for where I am today, meeting me exactly where I am. Out of the depths of loneliness, depression, and fear, the people that I gave into around me had those directions, and not succeeding was something that I own. I was very isolated during COVID, and Enyka Gaines, you had me around your family, allowing me to grow and to build in the most lonely time of life for so many people, losing people, going through the ups and downs of not being able to be with my family, telling the truth about my feelings and reaching out to your family and treating me like their own by coming to understanding Enyka Gaines, my angel, my best friend. God put me in your life 17 years ago, and I'm so thankful for 60 by Design, that 2007 line, sitting next to this double 32 and Adriane May's 34. My humility has gone out the door, sitting by myself during quiet times, checking in with myself. The loneliness I felt before, I've never felt the way that I need to grow and build to get to the destination. Alcohol is a killer, a cunning, baffling disease that has desperation and honesty just labeled all over it. Trust God, clean house, and help others. That is a triple threat, divine grace that I am surrounded by every day. The hardest work is working on yourself and forgiving yourself and learning to love again, turning over so many days that have not shown up when I'm ready. But every day, if you suit up, when you're ready as the captain of the Detroit ChatGPT revolution, I have to look for my higher power. I forget I am not alone in this fight. I have an internal problem. And God will put things in my life and help me one step in front of the other. Sometimes I'm going to have a bad moment, not a bad day. I just have to live it and get through it in the past, in the present, and having the power to know that I can break free from the crazy mindset that I have. Things I already know. Business can explain with I'm an engineer as understanding robots now. They can't make jam or jelly, but understanding the words, the difference between tearing things apart, people, instead of pulling it together to see what they mean. We don't need this world of unethical problems and different things. What are we going to do today to be the best? Understanding the wisdom, Enyka Gaines. The wisdom is understanding to do what's next. And that's the part God comes in to create the ownership of family, faith, fears, finance, and fitness, and having these discussions openly and willingly to discover the possibilities. Understanding that God is the run of our life and discovering tools to navigate this new life. That's what Adriane Mays, AI Genius, has been here to do. Trying something different, realizing I have a disease. And I found my higher power and he found me. And never am I ever too grateful to make amends. I thank you, Enyka Gaines, for the steps that you've provided for me to get here. Because on day 43 of the Billionaire in the Making journey for Adriane Mays, AI Genius, only scratching the surface. I can, I will, I must. Let's go. What up, though, Detroit? Thank you, Enyka Gaines. Thank you. Deuces.